I am so glad you made it. It's Sandra here, and I am so excited to talk to you today about a topic that is near and dear to my heart. How do we influence people as entrepreneurs, as leaders out in the world? How do we figure out what makes us tick, what makes us work out in the um, workplace as well? So I'm so glad you guys joined me today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sandra Ross, and I am an organizational development specialist and executive coach who helps people figure out what they want most in their lives and to go after and get it. So I've been doing this, God, I hate saying it, my friend, for about 30 years now. And what makes me have the ability to be able to do this, I've tried everything out there. I've spent the money. I've worked with the coaches. I've talked to the people. I've done the things and basically figured out what it takes to get me from point A to point B in the shortest amount of time as an entrepreneur, as a person reaching their goals, and as a leader out in the world, and hell, as a parent, as a friend. So what's that magic that I have for you out there, especially my entrepreneurs? Because all of us are wondering, how do we sell more? How do we influence people more? How do we connect with people more? Well, my friend, I'm here to tell you about the color code. So about 12 years ago, I woke up blind in my right eye. I don't know if I went to bed blind. I don't know if I woke up blind. It just was there and it was completely gone. Fast forward, doctor said there is a 20% chance I have multiple sclerosis. Scary. But there's also just as like a greater likelihood that I have lived an unfulfilling life. I'm stressed out and I'm just not taking care of myself the way that I should have. So what happened was a friend had sent me a link to something. She was in law school at the time. Love you, darling. Thank you so much. And she said, I don't believe in any of these because there are 101 different types of personality assessments out there. And they're all based on the same psychologists from a long time ago. But at the heart of it, they dig into who you are and what your motivation is. Sorry, I'm in a different shirt here today. It's really digging into, and they can tell you how you are right now. What is different about the color code and what I loved about it is it really dug deep into what motivates me, what motivates you, what motivates all the people around us that we are trying to connect with. And once I found that out, holy crap, my vision came back and I started to live the life that I was meant to live. So last week I teased you a bit if you tuned in and I told you a little bit about the color code, and I had a couple of you say, Zan, you didn't really tell us what is the color code. So basically what Dr. Taylor Hartman, who is the psychologist that kind of created this assessment, and what he found is he wanted to dig deep into what is people's motivation. What is really drives you? What gets you up in the morning is what I like to describe it, because that is why people buy. And that is what's going to help you decide as an entrepreneur, what do I want to do? Who's my ideal client? What do I want to eat for breakfast? Where do I want to take my vacation? What kind of a car do I want to buy? What kind of a coach do I need? This is all based on your core motivation. What motivates you? And for example, I'll give you, and I'll tell you what they are. I had one of my friends say, Zan, you never told us. Really what they found in this, and there's millions of different types of people out there, but what a lot of psychologists has found is that it really boils down to kind of personality types. Dr. Hartman found that this really came down into 4 different personality types, 4 motivations. And what are they? I'll let you know. First one, and they've used colors to designate them. So it isn't the end all be all, but it's really to help you. So red. What are my red people? They are motivated by power. And what do I mean by power? Because you may have all sorts of negative thoughts that come up into your head. Power is really about moving things from point A to point B. That's all it is. People think it means you're bossy, you're arrogant, you're this. You can be. You can be anything within each one of these personality types. So, and we'll delve more into that when you actually sign up for the color code. But really, there's healthy and unhealthy behaviors for each one of these. But what are the 4 types? One is power, moving things from A to B. They are logical and they want to be in charge. They are controlling. So those are the 2 metrics that we measure by. What is the next color? My blues. And what does that mean? Blues are motivated by relationships and intimacy. And what is that? It's really about making connections with people. That is the most important at the end of the day. They are controlling as well, just like my Reds. They like to be in charge, but they are more emotional versus logical. And can you be a blend of these? Of course you can. This is the straight up, straight to it. My next one are my Whites. They are motivated by peace. And what does that mean? Internal and external. It isn't so much about getting along with other people. It's about feeling good inside and for other people around them to feel good inside as well. So they are really about peace internally and externally, getting along with other people out here, but also not selling themselves out to have that peace with other people. And finally, you're going, where do you fit in, Zan? It's my Yellows. Yellows are motivated by fun. And honestly, I think that's why I went blind so many years ago. I was living my life as a Red, getting things done. I was surrounded by Reds, and my job was to help make their job easier. So fun, whatever, as long as I was being recognized by the Reds in my life saying, good job, you got this done. It didn't matter if I was sick, if I was well, what was going on in my life. So it's really important because as you see, it can make you sick. And that's what it did for me when I was not living according to my values, which is the other thing that the color code for kick-ass business people can help you figure out. That's what I liken it to. It saved my life. And it also helped me decide what my future business is going to look like. It helped me decide who I hang out with, the clients that I say yes to, the vacations that I go on. It just isn't about, it's about influencing myself. It's about motivating myself to know, how do I get myself to work out? When is the best time of day for me to do work? So I know I'm telling you a whole bunch of things about the color code, but it really did change my life and changed my business. So what is that all about? We're going to be, if you have any questions about this, these are just lives to help you learn a little bit about how the color code changed my business future and what's going on with me. And I hope that this sounds of interest to you. So we're going to be having a virtual color code coming up for business people on March 30th. If you're like, Zan, I'm not sure if I'm a business person. Honey, if you were the CEO of your life and you were leading yourself, you are leading other people, you were trying to influence, you're going after that job. Maybe you've got that next big job you're applying for and you're like, how do I influence these employers to say that I'm the right candidate? This is the workshop for you. So we're going to basically, you'll get an assessment that will help you determine what your type is and as well as your blend, because we aren't all one thing. And then if you say, Zan, but I'm white and I need to be more red. That's what the color code is. It isn't about just saying, oh, this is how I am and I'm stuck here. It's about you learning about all of the motivations so that you can motivate others to buy your product, to do what you need them to do to change their lives, whatever that particular your why of why you're doing what you do. And then on the other hand, it's figuring out why you do what you do so that you can make sure that you have that 100% fulfillment, right? Because this is really about 100% responsibility in your life and you taking control of that life and getting what you want out of it. That's what's exciting. And if you're an entrepreneur, this is the next wave. It's time for you to stop playing small in your life and going, not me, I shouldn't do this. If you've got that big business idea, but you're not sure, let's talk. Come and join this workshop. And I promise you, it's going to change the way your mind works and the way you look at other people, the way you look at yourself. That's what it's done for me. And that's what it's done for the thousands of clients that I've worked with, especially the ones that are going, Zan, how do I make lemonade out of lemons like you have? I had an in-person business. I changed it to a completely virtual business in less than a year. And things went really well for me, right? All based on knowing my motivation and being able to identify what motivates other people. So if this is something that interests you and you want to add this to your toolkit, please reach out, let me know. I'm going to be adding some links in it so you can see how to sign up for the workshop March 30th. It is, we'll have a link here shortly for you. And there's going to be two. You can take a morning one, you can take an evening one. We'll have all the times up for you. And if you miss it, don't worry. You'll get a recording of it. And really, if you're not sure if this is for you, reach out to me. You can send me a private message or just write more info or info in this link. And I promise you, it won't harass you. We'll just let you know and have a little chat to see if this is really for you or not. Okay. So, my darlings, I want you to have an amazing day, and I need you to decide, is today the first day of the rest of your life? Is today the day that you decide to go after what you want most in life? Are you tired of waiting for the thing to come along? Because it's time for you to go after it. Very rarely do things just drop into our life if our eyes are not open, our hearts aren't open, and our ears are open. That's what I want for you. Okay, so let me know if this sounds of interest at all. I'm going to be coming to you live again on Sunday. So if you want to hear a little bit more, we'd love to hear from you. We've also got an early bird sign up. Again, I won't bore you with the details, but just reach out and let us know, because any of our early adopters, we've got a nice little discount for you as well. Alrighty? Have a fantastic day, my friends. Go after, get what you want most in life, because today is the first day of the rest of your life. Talk to you soon.